In the chat?
Your stream link.
The stream link. I got both watch up now.
I have people that want to watch it.
Really? Bet.
You do realize we came from a whole campaign.
Yes. Yeah. More stream.
Tell them.
I'm sending it to Logan. He's gonna watch it while he's at work. Oh, I love that.
As long as
I was debating sending to Lara, but I decided not to.
My screen and hear us now. Okay. Brett, start us off.
Yeah, welcome everybody to the start of our Evadora campaign. So we're starting off in a little of an interesting spot because none of you are together. You're all in completely different places, coming from completely different directions. But what does matter is that you guys are all coming to the same place. So Evadora is a massive country. And I will pull actually up the map. I am already inside D&D maps if you guys want to jump into like launch the game. I have the maps open and I'm going to start referencing it pretty fast. So I will pull up my aggressively bad map.
It's beautiful, Brett.
That's not my map. Unfortunately, that's not my map.
Oh, it says your DM is not currently hosting a game session.
It says I'm not hosting a game session?
It was, and then it stopped.
Oh, I took away the map.
Maybe if I reload it. Oh, I just have to reload it, I guess.
Right.
Apparently
I didn't have a map.
I have to reload the whole thing.
So when we look
to go to what she's talking about, you go to D&D. You just work
Thank God Leanne is there. Rude without her.
Like a little play button.
We'll be pros for next time.
Yeah.
And then pick whatever for those.
Dude, my hands are cold. I gotta like warm my hands up. They're freezing.
Sorry, trying to help him out.
He's a potato. It's okay.
Trying to get him situated.
I'm just a baby.
It's like he only made his character like 20 minutes ago.
Not even. Not okay.
Even.
Like 10.
Okay. Pulling back in. So when we look at Evadora, it is a massive country, but because of who you guys are and how old you are, you do know about the split. So about 400 years ago, 359 to be exact, the mountain range called the Split Mountains kind of rose up in the middle of Evadora and split the entire country in half. One side, being the High Kingdom, is luscious and full of life. That is where you want to be. People don't want to be on the other side. That is where Astoria, our kind of capital city of the entire country of Evadora, exists. But then on the other side, we have the Dusk Country. So the Dusk Country is the exact opposite. The Dusk Country is barren. It's a wasteland of a place. Nobody wants to be there unless they're doing something specifically in there.
What?
Because of that, Argand was built. Argand is a booming metropolis city that you guys are all heading toward. There's a purpose that Argand exists, and that is it keeps air flowing within the Dusk Country. It keeps life flowing because of the bubble that surrounds it. It is a safe haven. It is the only safe haven in the Dusk Country. But there are a lot of mysteries and holes in all of our history that exists around the Dusk Country. And so we are going to start, as none of you are in Argand yet, we're actually going to start by getting all of you to Argand so we can kind of work on that. And we're going to start with Velka.
God.
So we're going to start with Velka. So Velka, you are coming down the roads from the Split Mountains. Why are you coming to Argand?
I'm looking for someone very specific.
Looking for someone very specific. So as you are traveling, I'm actually going to have you roll 2d4s and tell me each of them.
Okay.
As you are
D4s?
traveling,
Oops,
Yep,
that's not the
D4s.
right one.
as you're traveling, you begin to kind of understand why people don't want to be in the Dust Country. That's a 5, so that's not possible.
No, it's a
Oh,
1
never
and a
mind.
4.
Okay, that's what I need to know. Great. It is barren. It is full of exactly what you would think of tumbleweeds, and it's hot and it's sticky and it's just kind of gross to be a part of. You rolled a 1 was the first number.
Yep.
So before you set off for Argand, you kind of had met a couple of individuals who were on the outskirts, kind of in one of these towers. I'll actually drop you right on here because I can. You kind of jumped into one of these towers here before you came through. Met some people and they said, hey, you're gonna need an air purifier to make it to Argand. You can't make it there alone. And so as you kind of started to adjust it was okay. You had your air purifier. It was a moderate quality one. You obviously came up on a not so nice kind of tower keep, but you did adjust okay enough. You can always feel just something kind of tickling in the back of your throat because you are still inhaling some of that dust. You don't know why the dust exists the way that it does. That's not something you were taught in any of your studies. You rolled a 4.
Yes.
So along your travels, whether you came across crashed wagons or people who kind of were just on their way out of the Dust Country, somewhere along the way, you acquired 40 gold. So you are starting our play with 40 gold.
I gotta figure out how to add gold on this fucking thing.
So that puts you on the outskirts of Argand. You haven't quite made it in yet. And we're actually going to switch to Leanne.
Okay.
So Leanne, you are in a very similar situation. You're coming over those split mountains. You're on your way to Argand. Why are you on your way to Argand?
I am trying to get money. And I know that that is the one place that, like, I don't have to use an air purifier. So.
Yeah, the Dust Country is not a great place.
Mm-mm.
So as you can see, you on the map, you've also come across a little tower. I'm going to have you roll 2d4s. Let me know what you get.
All right, I got a 3 and a 4.
Perfect. So for you being a beautiful, stunning elf that you are, all of this travel and this Dust Country is just beneath you in all senses of your form. Not because you're an elf, but because you are refusing to allow it to be mentally. So you actually adjust very well. You still obviously feel some effects. You can feel the air is heavier in your lungs, and you get a very high quality air purifier. So when you do have it on your travels, you're breathing pretty nicely. So heading in, you are not going to have a whole lot of air adjustments when you get inside to Argand. And you also are starting with 40 gold.
Cool.
Don't know how you got 40 gold, but you're scrappy. So we're going to assume that's how.
I'm cool with that.
And then we're going to switch to Sahara. So, howdy. I'm going to put Nessa on the board. We'll say for sake of where we're at, you have a similar experience because you are coming from the High Kingdom as well. Why are you coming to Argand?
Bring the light to those who have been forgotten.
To bring the light. All right.
Of course.
So
I have to
you
roll d4s.
you are rolling 2d4s. You reach some very angry goblins at this little tower keep that are not happy to see you because you look far too bright to exist within the world of the Dusk Country. So you roll those d4s and let me know.
I rolled a 1 and a 4.
A 1 and a 4. How, guys? Okay, well, in a similar sense of how we just kind of heard Velka was, the air is not something you're used to. You come from the High Kingdom. The air up there is far purer. It's a lot easier to inhale and to kind of process within your lungs. So it's not the easiest adjustment. You're able to adjust most of it. You always do still feel that tickle kind of in the back of your throat, but you're not dying being out in the Dust Country, which is what's important. But
Not
as
dying.
you're not dying. We're not starting the campaign with your death.
Ooh.
Congratulations, I'm not dying, everybody.
Time out. I just want everybody to know on my screen, it looked like Chase was very focused on just staring at Brit. That's like
Oh
fucking.
God. Where's your camera? We need your camera on.
I'm eating.
So I want to see you eat. I'm just joking.
That's fucking weird.
I said I'm just joking.
So as
Where-
you left where you came from, Sahara, Nessa did receive $40. $40. 40 gold.
Gold.
$40. 40 gold from the church as you go the temple. We go through temples. The temple. You received 40 for your mission. And then we get to don't even know what your name is. Sapo.
Yeah, Sapo.
Wait, what'd you name it?
Sapo.
Of course you fucking did.
Sapo, why are you coming to Argand?
Looking for bounties.
You're looking for bounties. All right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna need 2 d4s from you.
Just out of curiosity, where is Brit relative to my camera on your screen?
Right next
That
to
one.
mine.
Okay.
Like
How
you're
the fuck
legit
you read
right
this
next
shit?
to it.
Yeah.
So this is me. Technically, this is you. You're right there
I got a
on the
2
screen.
Okay.
Wrong
and a
way.
4.
Other way. There you go.
In a very normal fashion for who you are as a beautiful frog individual, being out in the dry air of the Dust Country, you very much so struggle to be able to breathe all of that dust and things in your lungs. If frogs kind of have lungs. We're gonna go with it. So you struggle. You do have an air purifier, but it's not very great.
Fucking dying.
You're not dying.
You,
You are making it to the grounds of Argand, but you are not dying.
I thought
And
he hated.
I thought I was going to Astoria.
No, we're going to
Nah,
Argan.
fuck them kids. I want to go to Astoria.
We're going to Argan because you know where we're going. And with that, you guys all do arrive in this city that none of you have ever been to. You don't entirely know what to expect, but as you guys are drawing closer, you realize that all of the stories you guys have ever been told about Argand and what Argand looks like and what Argand is are real. Argand is this massive metropolis of a city. It is huge beyond all possible beliefs. You can't even imagine the caliber until you are standing within Argand, but as you are approaching this literal city in a bubble, you realize that whatever it is you are trying to do in Argand is going to get just a little bit harder because this is not the towns or the villages that you guys have been through in any of your quests or anything that you guys have done in your travels. Argand is an entire nother system. It's an entire nother lane of a city.
It's beautiful.
It is. Thank you. It's not my picture, but I appreciate that. And with that, we are going to enter Argand.
Can we get a one yippee?
Yes, go ahead and put a yippee. Sahara, it's from a video game.
Have you heard of Lethal Company? No?
Hey,
Okay.
we're playing D&D right now.
Well, obviously, I was just
Shut up.
wondering. I don't. Bitch, fuck you.
I need more food.
Okay, so I'm putting you guys all over here now. I'm gonna put you in order of what you're going in because we're going in the same order you guys just went in. So when you guys enter, you have to enter through these kind of alleyway portal-ish looking things. They are giant little tubes that come off of the city, solely because you can't just walk into a bubble city. You're immediately going to bring air in. You have to go through these tubes. They kind of resemble customs if you're traveling internationally here. You have to go through, you have to have a checkpoint. So when you go through, each of you will eventually go through. I'm just not only going to explain it this first time. Each of you, when you go through, you will state who you are. And as soon as you do that, you are put in through kind of this tunnel of air, and it's going to suction all of the air out of that chamber that you are in, including your lungs. And then it is going to fill it back up, including your lungs immediately with it. And you all immediately get a sense of kind of peace come over you when that happens, because you realize this air is not the same air as what you are leaving behind. It's not the air that your air purifier is working through. It's entirely new air. It's sweet to a taste a little bit. It's calming. It seems alive. Once you're through there, it is not the air of death, no.
No, the
As
vacuum
soon
of
as
death.
you get through, people are kind of bustling and booming around you. And an agent asks each of you what your purpose is, if you have something to sell, if you are a merchant. And then regardless of your answer, they will write it down and they will send you on their way. So we're going to start again with Velka. Immediately when you arrive down here in Merchant City. Merchant City is the biggest entrance in and out of Argand. You just by chance happen to end up at that entrance out of the 4 that do exist. But within Merchant City, there is no room for you to stand and stare. There are people moving in every direction. It is about midday, so the sun is incredibly high and has a weird-ish reflection off of the bubble that is overhead. It is warm, but it's controlled warm. And all of these people are moving around and yelling and running across all of the sidewalks and things like that. It is exactly what it sounds like. It is a city of merchants down in this specific part of Argand. What would you like to do?
Sounds fair.
I'm going to start walking down the streets. I want to look for a bar, a place that I can know that I can get valuable information from.
You want just kind of, or you're just gonna kind of look through all of the taverns that we have?
Yeah, just kind of look around, see if there's any bigger tavern that would definitely spark some conversations.
Okay. So you can kind of see as you're, if I move these, can you see them while I move them?
Yes.
We can't see your mouse, but we can see you move those.
Yes.
I've never used this, and this is an alpha, so like I don't actually know what it does half the time. So as you are kind of moving around, you see a lot of people, and you see quite a few different shops, and all you can see as you're kind of moving around through Merchant City is some smaller taverns. There are people around these taverns, but you can very much so see that they are kind of just merchants. They're kind of just day style folk of people who are just here for now and they're not staying very long.
Okay. Can I move more inward away from the merchant city and kind of go that way?
You can move yourself.
Oh,
I forgot to tell you. You guys can move yourself. Please don't move other people, but you can move yourself.
Oh shit.
So, yeah, so kind of put yourself where you kind of think you want to go. Cave, get back in line.
I'm gonna kind of move down here, kind of explore more inward.
Okay, so once you get to kind of, you can see, here's a better way for me to show it.
Okay.
You get to a large, massive wall. There is a wall about 300 feet tall. It's a stone brown wall. So you are not able to get any farther, but if you do look up, you can see all sorts of buildings with massive peaks that exist behind this wall.
How high is the wall?
300 feet.
Okay, never mind. Is there any way to enter, like walk around through the wall? Is there any entrance way?
Yeah, so if you want to kind of start wandering down away from Merchant City, you can see that it gets a little bit quieter. There's a little less going on, but there are still people moving throughout the streets all of the time. And you can find a little bit farther down, about here, there is a break within that wall. You actually, once you kind of make it around that curve, you see that wall is not that tall all the way around. It's only that tall where it mirrors Merchant City. When you do get there, it is approximately probably about, I'm trying to think of how wide this room is right now. We'll just say about 20 yards wide. Pretty small. Only two people kind of are standing on that corner, and they are both in guard uniform. It's in their gray uniforms with a blue crest, and they have a blue little feather off of their helmet. Are you just gonna just walk up the stairs?
I'm gonna talk to the guards first, see why they're stationed there. I'm gonna walk up to them.
Okay, what are you gonna say?
Hello, sir. Is it okay if I pass by here?
What's your purpose?
I'm here to look for information.
Information on what?
Off of a person who is missing.
You're trying to come on to the military campus to look for a person that's missing?
I didn't know this was a military campus. Can you lead me to a tavern, please? Like the biggest tavern that you have possible here.
And he's going to look you up and down. Can you describe to the group what you're wearing?
So what I am wearing, I have kind of like it's armor. So I have golden shoulder armors all the way down. Same with the legs. It doesn't fully go all the way to my feet. And then in the middle it's kind of like a blue armor all the way down, and then it turns into fabric on the middle part.
Okay. So they are going to both look you up and down, these two men.
Perfect.
And they're private. Sure, they can be private for
God
you.
damn it.
No, I said perverts.
I thought you said privates. I was like, for you, sure, Cave. They're going
Who
to
else you gonna
look
put in
you
regard?
up and down, and they're going to say, I would head that way, and they're going to point not behind you, but behind you and kind of to the right a little bit, so not the way you came from, but the way you'd be going forward. Look for Tinka. And they're going to then turn and be stone-faced, staring straight ahead, not looking at you any longer.
Okay, I nod my head in acknowledgement and just start walking down more.
Okay. As you kind of just aimlessly wander around, I'm going to have you roll a perception check.
Let me look. I forgot where the perception is on this one.
I moved you, Cave.
God
You
damn
should
it.
not have allowance to this. So if you go on your character sheet, it'll be
It's all
in
condensed
your-
right now, so I'm not used to seeing it all
Oh.
condensed.
You can put it on your second screen.
But I want people to see it. I think I can see it.
It'll be in your skills.
Right. Apparently. Which one? Perception. Got it. Ah, fuck. I got a 10.
Okay, so it is middle of the day still. It's probably about 2 now at this point. You walked in with that kind of glare from the bubble at around noon in this time. So it's kind of still a little hot. People are still kind of around. And as you kind of creep into Orion, you get a new version of hustle and bustle. Because where Merchant City was full of all of these people moving in every which way, Orion's a little more high class seeming than that. It's got some of the cool looking shops with the little tornadoes that are never ending outside. How weird. And all of the squares are painted with all of these different mosaic tiles. This is very different from Merchant City, which you just came from. You're a little disoriented by that. It's a little confusing from where you come from in the mountains to have things change so quickly within just a city. But as you kind of go about another hour of wandering these streets, you do find a rather large tavern. This tavern is called Tinkered Tavern. So I'm going to give you that. Are you going to go in to Tinkered Tavern?
Yes, I'm gonna go into the Tinkered Tavern.
Okay.
It's a tongue twister.
That is Tinkered Tavern. Yep. And that is where we're actually going to drop you off. We're going to go to Leanne. Leanne.
Sorry, I was telling him that what he was doing was very loud.
So same thing for you. As you go through that kind of chamber, you get that air sucked out, you get that new air back in. To you kind of breathed very easily throughout the Dusk Country. You did have a really nice air purifier. So as you go through, you're like, wow, this air is nice. It's sweet. It's as pretty as me. What are you doing once you get inside Merchant City?
I'm gonna ask some people around and see if there is like some kind of like Magus Tower or something along that lines that like jobs come in and out of.
Okay. So as you are kind of in Merchant City, I'm going to move you over here. You find yourself in Merchant Square. So while all of the streets and the shops are kind of in all of cave, all of the streets, you find yourself in this square that is booths every which way. There are people, tons of people moving around, but you can see that this is a little bit easier of a way to approach people because people are standing around. So there are a few different individuals here. There is a half-orc woman who is standing behind a booth with some jewelry. There is also this redheaded girl who's kind of tucked behind this booth with some swords. And then you also do have this beautiful tiefling woman who is on kind of the corner of the building. She has very likely just finished a set of some sort, as there are people clapping around her and starting to kind of walk in a different direction. Who would you like to approach?
I will go to the, would you say it's a half orc?
Half orc is the one behind the jewelry. Yep.
Yeah, I'll go to her. Or them.
As you walk up, she is going to kind of look up because nobody's at her table right now. She's going to be like, oh, you're very pretty. I have really pretty things. Can I offer you something pretty?
Oh, well, I actually have a question for you.
A question, of course.
Is there any sort of, I don't know, a Magus Tower or something along that line here?
Why? In Merchant City?
Anything in the area? I don't really know this place very well. I'm sorry.
Oh, are you new?
I am.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Well, so you're in Merchant City right now. So we don't really do like projects or things. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go, and she's going to point in the direction of kind of what you can see is a shift in neighborhoods where Merchant City is very busy and bustling, and it's a lot of kind of smaller businesses and houses and things like that, to where the houses start to rise a little bit, and you can tell that they're a little taller. They're maybe a little bit nicer. And then she's going to spout out a bunch of directions of like, well, you can go right here. And then as soon as you get to this place, then you can go left. And then as soon as you get to this place, don't stop, just keep going forward. And then you can do this and this and this. And then you should find yourself at a tavern. Did you get that?
A tavern. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll be back. I do like jewelry. So.
Oh, totally great. And then immediately turns to somebody who is now standing next to you and says the exact same thing of, oh my gosh, you're really pretty. I have really pretty things. Let's look at my pretty things.
I see. It's just a pitch then. All right. And off I go.
Off you go. Okay, are you going to head off? She gave you a bunch of really weird directions, so you kind of got to just head off in that direction relatively. She gave you like 6 lefts, 14 rights, and 3 don't stops.
Yeah, I was just gonna head off in that general direction and figure it out.
So you get probably about here, and you're at the point where you're like, I don't know if I really know at this point where I'm going. You would have came in about 1 through kind of that chamber. So looking at this, it's now about 3 because you've had about kind of 2 hours to mill around. You've made it to about here. You can kind of see that a lot more people are starting to come out. The sun is starting to kind of shift a little bit, and where it was at the top of its arc, 3 o'clock is where it starts kind of peeling downward a little bit. But you're still not quite there yet. What do you want to do?
Do I know where I'm going at this point? Sorry, I missed that.
No, so your directions was
Okay.
you're going to a tavern that has 6 lefts, 14 rights, and like 3 don't stops to get there.
I guess I look for somebody who might be able to answer my question.
Okay, so you see a bunch of people around. Something specific that you do see very easily is a shop that has a purple awning, and it's got a kind of nice wired purple set of chairs and like a table sitting out front. It's got kind of purple little pillars that are going upward, and it looks pretty, but you don't see people going in and out of it. But that is what stands out most to you.
I will go in there if it's pretty.
If it's pretty. Yeah, so actually, we're gonna switch things up for a second. We're gonna leave our map. We're going somewhere else because we have somebody going in it different.
Where's Pal?
She's not playing.
Oh,
Doesn't want to play D&D. Not A-okay.
sadness. Whoa!
And you wander into this cute little place.
Whoa.
You're gonna imagine that these are outside right here, and this green does not exist in this spot. But you wander into this cute little shop. I'm gonna put you in here.
Well,
Kinda
she's
here.
big now.
And there is sweet little druid halfling woman behind the counter there, and you can hear some individuals kind of back in the back of the room. Goblin. And nobody else is in here.
Oh, all right. I'll walk up to the counter.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Hi. And she's gonna like step up on her little stool behind the counter. How can I help you?
I just have a quick question, if you don't mind. I was trying to find a tavern somewhere around here. I'm looking for a job. And I was wanting to know if you knew where exactly I needed to go. The directions I was given was a little chaotic, if I have to say.
Well, there's a lot of taverns in Orion. And she's gonna stand up and look you up and down again. Well,
No.
she's
Sorry.
probably talking about Tinker's. That's where we send everybody, because Tinker's is the place to be. Well, where you currently are is not Tinker's.
Perfect.
This is the best potion shop in the entire city of Argent. I, unfortunately, am not going to give you a job. So, what you're going to do
Fine.
is you're going to turn that attitude back around, and you're going to go up 4 blocks, and it's going to be directly on the right. It's pretty
Okay.
big. You can't really miss.
Appreciate it.
I hope it works out for you.
Same here. And I walk out.
I had to mute myself
I
because I
love-
didn't want to laugh in the middle of that. So I had to
I
mute
just
it.
want you to know that I love how she's playing a character of every high school girl that she's
Trying
That's
to be
so
a
true
bitch.
too.
just throwing that out there.
I don't think you understand how hard this is for me. I'm really trying.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
Thank
You're
you
doing
so much.
amazing.
Okay.
I'm
You're
really
gonna
doing.
be-
Oh no, I'm kind of sad that it's messing all your stuff up every time we get out. So you have to remember where everybody is.
Oh, no, I know where you get.
Okay, good.
I was in here
I'm
until
gonna
about
walk that little
one.
No,
empty.
that's wrong.
Yeah, okay, sure, you can be over there. For your sake, fine. Okay, so as you leave, you take those 4 stops or those 4 blocks down, and you see this massive, kind of overwhelmingly large tavern. There is music coming from inside of it. You can hear kind of some chanting, a little bit of like, "Yeah, dude, that's really sick." And are you going to go in?
I guess so. Probably a tavern.
And yes, and it says Tinker's Tavern on the top.
All right, here we go.
So I'm going to put you there, and then we are going to leave you. And we're going to, okay, you 2 chaos beings up there.
I was moving caves around to make you think it was him.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, no! I moved the whole thing!
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Sahara, same thing happens for you. You go through that kind of chamber of air. It smells nicer. You feel a little bit lighter. For you, it's about 2 by the time you were walking in, so the sun's still high, but it's already starting to kind of take a turn, but you can also still see that kind of glimmer. No, Cave, I can't take away your privileges, no matter how hard I try,
My love,
and I will
please don't.
figure it out.
Please, my dearest, my darling, my everything. Please stop. I tried.
Thank you, Mip.
I'm just playing. I don't know what's going on.
Like
So
normal.
listen,
So like normal.
What is that, dude?
listen.
just sees, listen.
Okay, Sahara, what is Nessa gonna do?
I think Nessa just like walks into the city and immediately just starts like the light guides you, like very much so, like evangelizing in the streets.
It's cute.
So Nessa's gonna be met with a overwhelming sea of who the fuck are you? Like,
The hell is this girl?
like people
I'm
are like, chopping meats and things, and they're like sewing clothes up on the sides of their shop. And then there's you, who's just like, may the light guide you. And they're like, I'm sorry, what?
do not know of the Morning Lord.
Who?
This is a great place to start. She pulls out her holy text. She opens it. She just
People-
starts like reading hymns from it.
The people you were talking to immediately like drop everything and run in their shop and slam the door behind them as soon as that text comes out.
Yeah, so
No one wants to be guided by the light anymore. And I think Nessa just kind of like shrugs it off. She knows she's supposed to be here. Um, would you say that the temple would have given her like some sort of like contact here that she might find?
They would have given her a name. They wouldn't have said where this person is, how popular this person is. They would have just given you a name.
Name.
Which the name would be Luther Siege.
So I think that realizing that her failed attempts of evangelism have come to an end for this very day, she would start like beginning to have normal conversations with people, and just like start asking if anybody knows where Luther's siege would be.
So the first kind of people you probably would come up upon are these two tiefling girls. They are super tall, red tieflings, very long legs, kind of giraffe-like, more or less. And they're just kind of lightly chatting. They both have a like mug-looking thing in their hands, and they're just kind of sipping on the side of this business. If you would like to approach them.
Yeah, I think Nissa kind of like sachets her way up, and she'll say, "Pardon me. Do you know where I can find Luther's siege?"
One of the girls they look at each other. One of them goes, "That name sounds really familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on why I don't know exactly who that is. Where are you from?"
Highlands Kingdom. That's what it is called.
You came all the way here from the High Kingdom?
Yes.
We don't get a lot of
So
High anymore.
it's my destiny to be here, and I need to find Luther.
Oh. You're one of those.
One of those.
Oh, we have people from the High Kingdom, usually the ones who come who have some form of a destiny or prophecy that they have to fulfill. It's kind of like the redeeming factor of showing up to Argand. Is
I
that
have
you?
a
Sure.
bug bite on my leg. Okay, you can fuck off.
I'm gonna mute you.
I thought he was laughing at me. Sorry.
No.
So I don't know where Luther's Siege is, but you're not gonna find it in Merchant City. I recommend taking a trip over to Orion. That's where kind of all of my contacts exist. I can't give you any of mine. But there's a theater there, there's a tavern there, there's some people that are in high profile areas that kind of mill around in Orion. You might be able to find somebody who does know.
Can you possibly give me directions in that?
Of course. And then she's going to kind of stand up and point in a very broad direction that is in the direction of Orion.
Delightful. Perfect. Thank you so much for your help. And she'll pull out a piece of gold and hand it over to her.
I hope you find or fulfill whatever it is you're looking to here.
I hope that you find the light. The morning Lord bless you. She'll walk away.
The girl will be like,
It's so weird being like a really gross religious person.
it's pretty entertaining. So at that point, you would have been probably around there as you kind of wandered through. So you can move yourself about as far into Orion as you think she would have gone without help of any sorts or questions.
I don't know. Can I just like
Drop her.
yeah, like there? If you start wandering, get a little lost, start talking to random people, trying to bring them to the light, you know.
Every single person that you encounter and you start trying to speak any sort of light gospel to, either turns away, literally walks away, or kind of rolls their eyes and intentionally has a conversation with somebody without you. You can tell that these people aren't very interested in your village.
It's okay. I will bring them to life.
Yeah, you will.
I think she'll just keep wandering until eventually she found like someone that looked of importance.
I'm gonna say you got to about here, and I'm gonna have you roll a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
So great at perception. We love perception.
Proceeds to roll a 1.
Roll a 10. It's
Okay.
14.
So 14. So you can kind of tell that you are in a nicer neighborhood than you were in Merchant City. Things have kind of looked up. People look a little nicer. You see quite a few people who just physically look nicer. They have nicer clothes. They have nicer jewelry. It's very different from Merchant City that was a little scrappier looking. A lot of merchants coming in and out as it is Merchant City. And Orion's a little bit nicer. You do pass. You're looking for bounties in Merchant City.
Don't know where to go.
Are you not from here?
No. Not remotely.
Okay. Well, bounties are going to be in our cell, but you can't get into our cell without a person to get you into our cell. So what I would start with is you should end up at Tinkered's Tavern. You could probably find somebody rough and tough and mean enough to get you into our cell.
I just gotta kill him.
No, we tend not to kill people that don't have, and we don't really have a lot of, but there is some shady stuff that happens in our cell. Can't guarantee it always ends up in death, but
Okay. Where's that at?
and she is going to look at you. How tall is Sapo?
They're only like 3 foot tall.
Okay. I was gonna say he's a frog.
I think it's like 3 foot, 3.5 foot, something like that. It's average.
I'm gonna have you roll a d20.
A D20.
Flat out. A flat out, no modifiers.
I got 9.
Okay. She is going to stand up, similar to how everybody else's guides have stood up, and she is going to point in the direction. She's gonna say, "It's really big. It says Tinkered's Tavern on it. It's probably loud like it always is. You're not gonna miss it."
Too easy.
Okay. You being our frog person, are you gonna do any acrobatic jumps off of things? Any parkouring?
Oh, can I do parkour off the rooftops?
If you, as our frog paladin, want to do parkour off some rooftops, I would be more than happy to have you roll either an athletics or an acrobatics check
I
for
can't
me.
believe you chose a frog.
It's cave.
It's a grunt.
I will let you choose. You can either roll an acrobatics or an athletics
Okay.
check for me.
I'll roll
And that's going to
acrobatics.
decide if you can do it more than once.
Bet. Okay. What do I gotta roll?
So go to your character sheet,
Uh-huh.
pull up. So I think it's your first 2 stats are athletics and
Acrobatics.
oh,
Dexterity +2.
hey, I would roll your athletics actually. I'm gonna give you a shot because your athletics is gonna be higher.
Yeah, it's +3.
Yeah, go for that one. They're both. What did you roll?
19.
Okay, so as you
I like you have to do
are
the math too.
as you're kind of going through, you're like, oh yeah, it's this direction, doing some cartwheels, some jumping off of rooftops. You see some really weird looks from people as to why there is a frogman doing parkour on their rooftops. But you're in Merchant City, so like they've seen
nerds.
some weirder things.
Keep on jumping.
And then when you get to Orion, the buildings are a dramatic jump in height, so you can't get to their.
How high?
I would say it's literally double what you were just at. So like 3-story buildings now being up to 6-story buildings.
I think I could still do it.
If you would like to give it a shot, I would
The
I would
vertical is
allow
like
that.
25 foot, I think.
That's gonna be that'll be an athletics check.
Bet.
Let's see if you can.
Oh god. I want to reroll.
Unfortunately, that's not how D&D works. What did you roll?
7.
Great. Okay. Well, thankfully you didn't roll a 1, so you don't just like take a jump and then fall immediately to the ground. With your 7, you take a leap into one of these massively tall buildings. It's a red kind of brick-looking building, and you're going to face plant directly into it, and you are going to fall those 3 stories. And I want you to roll a d4 for me.
3.
You take 3 points of damage.
That's some bullshit.
You're parkouring. It's your own fault. As you as you get through, if you wouldn't have failed, I would have allowed it. You just happened to get a 7, which is even below my low DC. So, as you kind of wander your way through, you also find yourself outside of a very, very, very large tavern. Same as before, very loud. There's music inside. People are like, yo, dude, that's really sick inside from what you can hear. It's a little bit later now. And so it's the sun's kind of starting to shift. It's starting to get a little darker. You can tell the people are getting a little rowdier. But you could tell this is a cool place to be. And this is exactly where that redhead girl told you to go.
Is there any bulletins or anything on the outside?
No.
Okay, I'll go through the door.
Okay. With that, we are losing that map. Look, there's Gavin.
Ooh.
Oh, you can.
I
zoom
like
in.
this map.
I
Britt.
like this one too.
Thanks, guys. That's what I was doing up really late last night. Whatever.
You did
Go
a
back to
great
the-
job. And there's horsies.
We got our plat
Beautiful.
reward.
Okay, yeah, there's certain pieces. Big. Okay. So I'm actually going to pull all of you. out. Except for Velka will be the one who gets to not be out right now. So Velka, you did arrive first. Give me a few bits, because you are not alone. That's very short.
That's a beautiful bard. Oh, I want to talk to that guy.
I'm sure.
Cultist.
I want to go kick the champion's ass.
I'm trying to put everybody's works here.
The D&D movie.
Yes, Doric she was a companion I could choose. And this exists.
Oh,
Frog.
Frog.
Kid.
You're
brother!
Your kin.
Can I change my name to Frog?
Frog. Oh, you know.
gosh.
Ian called it Frog.
Okay, there was one more I need. He's in the room. He's just in this back corner. He's over here. But he's an aggressively long name. Oh, I can name him. Okay. I'm going to change his math. Pardon me. Okay. Everybody else can stay with their names. So, Riley, you are the first one to arrive. So when Velka arrives, it goes in through that main door. It is this massive tavern. It's very wood and red, and there's light everywhere. It's very warm and cozy. There's a fire on the back wall over by the bar, and you can see that while the 6 we're seeing, 7 we're seeing is what's on our map, there is easily 200 people here right now over by the bar, and you can see that while the 6 we're seeing, 7 we're seeing is what's on our map, there is easily 200 people here right now.
Okay.
It is a massive tavern.
Gonna assess this the people around, kind of walk back around here, just slowly take my time squeezing through the people, and then I'm going to notice the bartender up here. So I'm going to move up to her and start a conversation with her.
Great. What can I get you?
Some information, if that's on the menu.
Information.
Hmm?
You do have to buy a beer.
I'm okay with that. How much is a beer here?
50 silver.
And how much would a like say a chicken leg would be?
I'll give you that one 50 silver too.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I'll give you a gold piece. I'm gonna give her a gold piece for both.
She is going to look at the gold piece you give her. She's going to bite it, and she's going to throw it back at you. And she's going to say, I wouldn't have taken that deal. She's going to walk away. And she's going to come back with a giant mug of ale and drop it in front of you. And then she's going to walk out of sight, kind of around the back side of the bar, and she's going to come back with a chicken leg. Also, out of game, I feel like that's cannibalism, but it's fine.
I was gonna say something.
We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. I couldn't think of another meat. I legit couldn't think of another meat other than
It is
chicken leg.
avian.
All I could think of was chicken leg. I'm like, let's go with chicken leg.
Always
She
eating
practices
chicken legs.
cannibalism.
I mean,
fine.
love that.
Chickens are cannibals.
They are. They actually
They
are.
are.
So
They are.
most birds are. So it's fine.
Okay, I'm going to put 2 gold pieces down and slide them to her. I'm like, I have a few questions for you.
She won't touch them, but she will lean back. So Tinka is this very beautiful half-orc woman. She is beefy. She is got this super white long hair. She's not super tall. She's probably about 5'8" ish, but she is beefy. She is like a hot version of the Hulk.
So like fuckable? I'm just saying.
Riley.
What do you mean? Don't Riley me.
And she has on kind of this like medieval style uniform that we would know as
Man,
like kind
stop
of like
staring at Brit's boobs. It's not polite.
Who?
Leanne.
What?
I was like,
Hey,
what are you
I'm gonna
talking
mute you
about?
for your out of pocket comment.
my
I'm looking at my screen.
I know.
But you guys are over here.
It
You're
looks
looking
like
at
she's
Brit.
looking at Brett's boobs. She's like, hold on, I need to get a closer look.
What are you talking about? Brett's on the other side from me.
Yeah, but on
Okay,
our side.
okay, you guys.
Okay,
Riley.
Riley.
Tinka pulls up a stool on her side of the bar and just stares at you.
I don't know how to say my racist name. I can never say that name.
Arakakra.
I'm not even Eric Coco.
Arakakra.
That's so funny.
It's
Can
a
I just
cock,
say
bro.
bird? Can I just say bird for filling? Because I'm not gonna.
Nope.
I'm gonna butcher
Yeah,
that.
just say bird folk. Hates
Okay.
frog folk.
Okay. I am looking for one of my kind, a bird folk who was on the Split Mountains. Last time I saw him, he had all brown fur, and then his wings had bright yellow white tips. Have you by chance heard anything about that? It is very hard to miss him.
Yeah, and you're the first Arakakra we've had in months.
Hmm.
So, unfortunately, I have no idea who you're talking about, and I know everybody who comes in and out of this city.
Okay.
Why are you looking for him?
That's classified.
Classified.
Yes. I cannot speak about it.
As you finish that, our dear sweet elf walks in. Finish that statement. So, same thing for you, Leanne. How do you say her name?
Melenthra?
Malempra.
I
I
don't
keep
know.
saying Leanne because I don't know.
Unless
Melenthro.
somebody else has a better idea, because I'm not very good at pronouncing names. So
Melenthro looks about right.
it looks close enough.
Like Mal.
Mal.
Like for sure.
I'll go by.
Mal.
I mean, yeah, she can go by Mal.
Okay, so Mal walks in. Same thing. It's massive. It's bustling. There's quite a few people in here. You can tell it's starting to get dinner time, so people are starting to get ready to kind of hang out and party. All of the same people are there, but
They
you
eat
do
chicken
see
wings.
this very out of place looking Arakakra who is sitting at the bar as well.
It's different. Start making my way to the bar.
Making my way
Making my way
downtown.
Downtown.
We're all in the same brain cell, man.
Making my way through the hood, sipping yak.
God damn it.
And then we have Taste. Mal would have kind of walked up towards the end of that conversation between Velka and Tinka. So you likely would have heard it's classified. And that's where you would have walked up.
Good evening.
Oh god.
Hi.
I sound like a vampire.
I'm here to suck your blood. Give me the blood.
Tinka looks at Mal and is like, hi.
I'm sorry to join in on this conversation.
Yeah.
I was hoping that you had any information about jobs.
Jobs? Like you want a job?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, I was kind of having a conversation over here.
Okay. Just walk off.
Sit
at a table.
Oh my god!
Chica's gonna look at Velka and be like,
She
that
was
was
like, okay,
rude.
bitch.
I'm not sure what happened there.
I mean, you did just tell her to screw off.
Fuck yeah.
Well, she also did interrupt me, and so I was just kind of matching her vibe. Anyways, thank you for the information. Keep the gold. I'm gonna go sit. Is it okay if I sit here and eat my food?
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here and eat my food.
Okay, as we have Mal ruminating in the corner with her disgust for Velka. You're sweet.
It's
Nessa
my
walks
disgust
in.
for everybody. Who are we talking about?
Just
Dear
like,
sweet,
okay.
dear sweet Nessa walks in.
I think Nessa walks in and her eyes just go like wide because I don't think she's ever been in such a place that does not have the light in it. And there's people all around that she doesn't know, and she isn't used to not being in her temple. Who is the person that looks like they need the light the most in this temple, Brit? Not Brit, or the not temple. It's a bar.
Mao.
Needs the light.
I'm pretty dark and broody.
But
With
She
all
needs the
sassiness.
goddamn light. She needs a
As you
fucking
know.
awakening.
You don't even know.
as you kind of take a
You
little
fucking
tour, you're like, hey, these darklings and this cultist look a little sketchy. But then you see this beautiful elven woman in all black sulking in a corner.
I think that out of fear, Nessa will avoid the Darkling and the cultist. Out of like, she's an innocent little bean. And she'll go to the pretty elf lady.
All right, you approach Mal.
May the light be with you.
I'm sorry.
May the light be with you. It's a very normal greeting. I don't know why everyone keeps giving me that response.
My apologies. I have never heard someone say that before.
I never heard of the Morning Lord.
Afraid not.
Well, you've come to the right place.
I didn't come here for a lecture, but go on.
Before you keep going, Riley and Cave, you need to mute yourselves.
I'm trying so hard right now.
No, mute both of you. I can only mute you on my end.
I'm just shell shocked that she is so like Miley Ann is so sweet, and then I get the Melly Ann is like, I'm gonna fucking murder you, bitch.
So
the
great.
head thing too.
She keeps whirling her hair and it's so cute.
It's a nervous habit.
Really
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I'll mute myself. I'm sorry.
That's new thing. If you're not in dialogue and other people are in dialogue, everybody's mute but the people in dialogue.
Okay.
It's only
I can do
because
that.
I keep hearing Cave's burps in the middle of people talking and I'm over it. So if you're not in dialogue and other people are,
Ow.
you're muted.
Okay,
I'm out of
we're both
liquor.
out.
Actually, before we continue, can we get the breaks? My headphones are about to die. So whenever we get a break soon. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have Nessa and Mal finish this conversation, then we can take like a 5-10 minute break. So, Cave, Velka, Sapo, mute. Okay. Continue, the two of you.
Y'all can still hear me.
I swear to God, I'm gonna beat you ass in your sleep if you don't fucking
That is Mal.
Channeling your character in real life.
Anyway.
I think Nessa just kind of like She'll like she has her holy text in one arm, and then she'll hold out her hand. I'm Nessa.
I look at it, look back up at her, and I reluctantly take it. Melenthra.
Like that. What does
Thank
it
you.
mean?
Give me a second. I forgot. It means dark flower.
Ooh, that's hot. That's Sahara responding. That's a great name. Well, that's great. Your parents really like the dark, huh?
Not particularly.
Then why did they name you Dark Flower if they don't like the dark?
I can say they're dead.
Oh. Sorry.
Fine.
My parents are dead too, so I guess that's common ground. It's the first thing that you're supposed to look for when you're talking to people.
I guess
Kill
so.
people.
Looks like we have that in common, don't we? I smile at her.
Oh. um, well, that's great. Can I sit here? There are a lot of really scary people in this bar, and I feel like you can scare them away if I need that.
Sure, why not?
I'll tell you all about the Morning Lord. And she will go on this rant. She will not stop until you stop her about the Morning Lord and his glory and how he brings new day and new dawn and his light radiates in all of us and he's just fantastic. He's essentially just like talking about the Morning Lord and, but she can go on forever.
Jesus Christ!
Hold on. I put my hand up.
Essentially.
What are you doing here? Obviously, you're all about light. But why are you here?
It's my destiny.
Destiny?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're gonna stop there for our break. As we come back, our dear sweet Seppo's coming in.
Hey! Okay.
Let's take like 7 minutes. Yippee. Yeah, let's Riley, how long
It'll
do your
be
headphones
like
need?
10 minutes, 10 to 15
Okay.
minutes.
We'll just shoot for 8:30.
Okay, perfect.
And then moving forward, Riley will know to charge her headphones.
I never know how to change my headphones. Thank you very much.
All right, pause that stream so nobody has to stare at us.
That's what I'm doing. I just changed it. Okay, I will be back.
I'm gonna go
You're
pee real
doing
fast.
so good. Good job.
Thank you. I'm really trying.
You're
this
killing
is
it.
a hard one to do, but I don't like being mean, and I'm having to like channel that.
Okay, normally I play dark and broody characters, and I'm being sunshine, bringing the light
She
to
does.
everyone.
Dang, we're playing a polar opposite.
You're doing great.
You're doing very good.
Good job. Everyone, fantastic. Round of applause. Very impressed.
I
Britt,
took
you were
30 minutes of
fantastic.
falling off a fucking
Crushing it.
building.
Building great worlds, using pretty maps.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I love that Cave left halfway through and changed shirts after I
Hi.
said you're gonna want
Shiloh
to
wanted
change,
to
and
say
you
hi.
said no. I don't think I
I
will.
wanted to say hi.
Hi,
Letting you all know.
Yeah, Cave. I was like, are you gonna not change out of your uniform? And you're like, nah, I'm just gonna wear it. Leaves after maybe 30 minutes and puts on clothes.
I had just gotten home. Like, literally, whenever I hopped on. You guys,
And I
literally
told you
just
to go
walked
back
through
and
the
change.
door. You don't tell me what to do.
No, I don't. This is correct. However, I can suggest.
And I appreciate the suggestion. I do.
Tinka's my favorite NPC. I want you guys to know that.
Who?
Tinka, the bartender.
Oh.
She's my baby.
Fucking tired. I have so much to do.
arrive back?
The rocket, the platinum award.
Mhm.
It was kind of cool.
Your wife is coming back.
Proud of us that we made it to plat though, and got the season rewards.
Yes.
She's here. Great. Okay. Okay. So kind of jumping back in, we have Mal and Nessa who's doing some nice bonding in the corner. We've got Velka still at the bar. After she just pretty much told Mal to screw off, and then Mal made a new friend. And now we have Sapo coming on in. Sapo, you see this party of a place. You see this bird folk person sitting at the bar, and you are like, "That's not normal. I don't see you guys very often." And you see a frog in a tank to the right.
Oh, brother! You are now mine. You're coming with me.
You're gonna try
How
to
can I
kidnap the
attach-
frog?
Yes. How do I attach him to me?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I want the damn. He's my brother. I gotta take.
Do you want to try to talk to the frog?
What's up, little bro?
Yeah, he doesn't talk. He's a frog.
Bet. You're
I just
coming
wanted
with
you
me,
to.
brother. Don't worry. I'll protect you with my life.
As you try to steal said frog, this very handsome human warlock man takes a step up,
Oh,
and he looks
hello.
at you and he says, "Do you just steal things from taverns every time you go somewhere?"
He's my brother.
Um, I don't know if he can be your brother when he could literally fit inside of your hand.
Same species. Little brother.
If your argument for kidnapping a life form is that you are the same species, I don't think genocide really sits well for you.
Are you gonna stop me?
From stealing somebody's frog?
Whose frog? It's mine. My little brother. Little bro.
It's not really your frog yet, I guess. You just gonna steal somebody's frog? Really?
What you gonna do about it?
He's gonna lean in really close to you. I do
Okay.
hope you realize that there's a lot of people around here. If you just start stealing people's shit, you're an outsider.
I don't see the issue.
I'm not gonna tell anybody, but if the wrong person catches you stealing people's shit around here, it's like 30v1. And I mean, you're 3 feet tall, buddy. I'm pretty sure a single half orc could take you. I'm not gonna say anything about your frog. Whatever. If you want to steal the frog because he's your brother, whatever, it's on you. Just a fair warning for next time. And he's going to say bye, bye, and walk back down here. As you presumably steal your frog.
Come on, little bro. Let's go.
Okay, I'll move him for you.
Thanks.
I'll move him.
I'm gonna go
And
talk to the Darkling and the cultist next.
as you arrive, they are very deep in conversation. Like very much so like one is staring, they're leaned into each other, they're having a very intense conversation that's not meant for other people to hear.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt.
And they're
But I'm
both gonna
wondering.
just kind
Oh, okay, go ahead.
they're both gonna kind of just turn to you and turn back to each other.
Okay, cool. Carry on. I'm gonna wander around here and see that this burly of a man over here just looks like he has something to prove. You know, Mr. Hotshot over here. Hey,
The champion in the
yo.
bar just chatting.
Yeah, the champion right here. He's got to be wearing some like fancy ass armor and shit.
Yeah,
So,
he's
I'm
wearing
like,
some
yeah,
sick
I got. I'm talking to this dude. Hey,
Hey.
hey, bro.
Hi.
I'm looking for bounties, monsters, demons, people. What you
You're
got? Where can I find some of that stuff?
You're a bounty hunter in Argent?
And
That was a question. Like, we don't have those.
none.
Bounty hunters, no. People who need help with monsters, yeah, all the time. But
Yeah,
there's no like
sure.
bounties
I
on
s-
heads.
Hey, monsters, demons, or people. I don't care. I'll take them
Odd.
all.
Oh, okay. I would start with Tinka. She might be able to give you some insight on that.
Too easy.
And
Come on,
points to
bro. Let's go.
Tinka. You've adopted a frog, and I did not want. Um, all of a sudden, Velka, this frogman, and his very obviously kidnapped frog arrive at the bar.
How can you say it's obviously kidnapped? We're like the same fuck. We look exactly the same.
Because
Look
she
at him.
saw the
Just
frog.
look at him. Look at him. He looks just like me. Obviously, my fucking brother.
She saw the frog in the tank when she arrived because she was first.
Oh, that's fair.
There's a reason, Gabe. Okay, Velka, this frogman and his frog child have arrived at the bar.
Bartender, can I get a drink?
Yeah. And she will walk back and she will bring you a little mug full of ale. A little one, not the same size as Velka's. And she's gonna bring a little baby one for the frog. Just a little baby one.
That's so cute.
I wish I had
can't even
something to
be
show you.
upset. She helping out my little.
Yeah, like this
Like a
little
little
bit,
thimble.
a little glass,
It's so adorable.
Hold on.
little baby ale for your frog.
Am I missing? Wait, what am I?
John.
Did you post a picture of a little fucking thing?
No, she just held something up.
No, I had it in my hand.
Oh, that is tiny.
I have jars. My dice exist in jars, so it's just the cork top to my jars.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Me and my little bro got a drink. So, I appreciate it. Since you're here, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Look, I'm looking for work, and I'm a fighter. So, I was wondering, do you have like anything on monsters, demons, people, any kind of bounties or anything? Oh wait,
I
I don't got no
mean-
teeth. I forgot I'm a frog.
I mean, yeah, we've got plenty of that. There is a bulletin board. She kind of points to the far side, and you see a giant cork board that's literally the size of the floor to the ceiling. If you played
I'm so
WoW, they
happy.
have that in WoW.
Thank you
Floor
so
to the
much.
ceiling.
How much do I owe you for this, by the way?
Well, this one, she'll point to Velka, paid me one too many, so guess yours is on her.
Well, cheers to that. And I put my glass towards Velka.
I'm just going to ignore him and keep looking forward eating my chicken leg.
Your chicken leg is long gone by now.
Then the bone.
He came in well
I'm
after.
shoving the bone down my throat. I'm joking.
Every remnant of that chicken is gone. You have been here far longer.
Then I'm just going to keep sipping on my
She just boned
Alan-ig.
herself.
God damn it. Cave, can you go
Can someone
fucking
edit
away?
that later in life? Can we just edit that?
I'm leaving.
I'm
needs
gonna
to be
make that a soundboard. I'm gonna.
Oh lord.
Perfect.
So
Going to hell. It's fine.
Velka's not talking. Sapo, you're going over. I'm I'm gonna move you. The bulletin board is here.
Little bro!
Oh God. You know, little bro, he's looking a little sluggish.
Oh,
He's moving a
drink
little
too
slow.
much? Oh, don't worry. I'll carry him. Okay, we're back at the
As soon as you get him to your bulletin board, he drops dead.
Already putting on the
No.
trauma!
Wait, you can't do that. Not yet.
He's gonna
I'm
cry!
Actual frogs can't have alcohol! Technically, Tinka got a point.
How do you know? Have you ever fucking made a frog drink alcohol?
Do you feed
He
your
might
dogs
just be
alcohol?
jumping a little sideways.
Character development. Your frog's dead. I'm sorry.
You could
Fucking
to
the only
heal your
goddamn family
frog.
I had.
You could find someone to heal your frog.
Oh. Bro needs help. That warlock's a fucking dickhead, so we're not going over there.
You do see this very beautiful Indian woman who is wearing a very bright,
Boom. Bet.
vibrant.
Oh, I forgot my little bro. I carried him.
Okay.
Excuse me, pretty miss. Can you help me?
Yeah. What do you need? I mean, the
I don't-
Morning Lord can help you with whatever you need, but what can I do?
I don't know what's wrong with little bro. He's not breathing.
He looks dead.
Can I
It's
see
the
him?
only family I got.
You aren't even. Okay.
Can I see him? And she'll like hold out her hands.
Absolutely. Here. Oh,
Fantastic.
give me little bro.
Great. Amazing. I'm going to he's gonna be in my hands, and then Nessa's hands are gonna glow in like a golden morning light color, and I'm going to heal the little man. Give me a second. I need to find it. It's healing hands. It's 2d4 for 7 hit points.
And with that, you get that glowing light from this very pretty woman that you don't quite know. And your frog springs back to life.
Little bro. Thank you so much. What do I
Maybe
owe you? What do I owe you?
nothing. This is all for the glory of the Morning Lord. And I'll hand back the frog.
Gosh, thank you so much.
Your
Little bro,
name.
you're not allowed to drink. No.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't give a frog alcohol. It's kind of dehydrating, and you know, they kind of need water, and you probably.
Man.
Sorry, I shouldn't assume. She'll just lower her.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much. It's much appreciated. I'm gonna go back over here. Find some monsters to beat.
And Nessa's gonna turn to Mal and be like, "Do people normally just walk up to you and ask you for things?"
Most people don't walk up to me.
I wonder why.
You aren't over here. Stay out of this.
over
This is
here.
an
You
AB
left.
conversation.
You
See
went.
your way out of
Bye.
it.
You.
Hey, I'm just saying.
You walked away. You went. Hi, I got what I wanted.
Take my frog!
But he was awfully a strange character, wasn't he?
I mean, who gives a frog alcohol?
He's not the brightest either. I feel like he should know that, seeing as he is kind of a frog.
My
But
I mean,
intelligence.
he appears amphibian in nature. Yes.
oh well.
You know what? I feel bad. I gotta go back.
But
Okay.
nice work bringing it back to life.
It's all for the glory of the Morning Lord,
As you said.
as I will continue to say.
I assumed.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah.
Thanks again. I didn't even ask you what your name.
I asked you what yours was, but you walked away before you answered.
I was so excited. I just didn't even think about it. I'm sorry. My name's
Okay. Sapo? Sapo? Sapo?
Sapo.
Sapo.
Yes,
Hmm. Are you from around here?
absolutely.
Where are you from?
Do you even want to know?
Okay.
I thought that you came up with a name of a town.
I did.
You didn't write it
It's
down,
on.
did you?
No, it's on the map.
You didn't write it down?
It's Frogville.
Oh, okay.
I made him Frogville so he could have it. I made him Frogville.
Oh, but you were fantastic.
I gave him Frogville because he asked for it, and I said sure.
Oh,
I'm from Frogville.
that's fitting, don't you think, Mal?
Yes.
He is
Well, aren't
very
you an interesting creature? What are you anyway?
I'm a grung.
Grung? I don't know if I've ever heard of one.
Leanne, roll me a history check.
Oh,
I roll one too.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Second.
I also love that I don't have to do any math. 11.
I probably should just do it that way, but I enjoy rolling. I got a dirty 20.
Heck yeah. Sahara, what did you get?
An 11.
Leavian. Okay. Relatively, you guys are gonna hear pretty similar. Leanne Mal's just had a little bit more studies in her upbringing directly about world outside of the Morning Lord, which is what Sweet Dear Nessa has been focused on. The Grung are humanoid kind of frog people. They are created and laid within eggs, so they come out of eggs. They have a bunch of weird little quirks to them. They need enough water because they're amphibians, so they have to have a certain amount of water each day. They don't grow very much after a very early age. Their coloring is actually what kind of decides their caste system within their internal kind of organization as a society. Um, I feel like that's baseline knowledge that both of you would know. What Mal would know is that grungs actually secrete poisonous substance that is harmless to them, but can be used on others.
Okay.
That is grungs as a whole. So that is what you would know.
All right. Cool.
You jump really well? Sorry, is that rude to ask?
no, absolutely not. I would think that I would be good at jumping, but I totally ate shit on.
Well, I guess we all have our moments, don't we?
Does your little brother have a name?
No, just little bro.
This little bro.
I'm not calling him that.
What do you think? What is he look?
I like little bro. I think it's fitting.
He's little and he's a bro.
I like Frosh.
How about Fro?
Fro.
No, Froga.
Frog.
Froga.
Well, that's a name.
Fine, we'll do Frosh. His name is Frosh.
That's not mine. Name it whatever you want.
I don't fucking.
Anyway, how potent is that poison that you excrete?
It's potent enough.
Good to know. Might be useful one day.
Wait, are you wanting to party up?
I mean, I don't see a reason why not to. I could definitely use that poison. One day.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm just here looking for money through a job. Nothing special at the moment.
Whoa, what are you good at?
I'm a sorcerer, so magic, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm looking for bounties. You want to come fight monsters? Not that I need you or anything. I'm good on my own, but
Oh, well, if you're good on your own and you don't need me, I
in
might
the
just drag you
background.
down.
You might. I don't know. I've never worked with anybody.
Nessa, what do you think? Look at you.
Honestly, her. I don't know. I don't know. But
What?
you have some talent. I could honestly, your ability would be awesome to have.
Are you planning on leaving, Markin?
Huh?
Is there a reason that you need to stay?
Well, I'm supposed to bring the light here.
Well, I am looking to pass some time in the town as well. We don't have to leave very far.
As long as I can come back.
Well, of course,
I
we're
can't
not
leave
gonna
for very
keep
long
you.
because my temple is expecting me to be here to bring the light. Do you know the Morning Lord?
You did give me the rundown.
What about you, Sepha? Do you know the Morning Lord?
I believe he knows all that he needs to.
I was gonna say, Cave, roll me a history check.
A smart way.
What?
Just throw it.
You know,
Said I'm not a smart. Just throw.
that's fine.
That's okay.
Okay. Roll a d20, right?
Yes. Do you know what all you need to add and everything?
Oh shit! I just rolled a nat 20.
Oh, well, then there you go.
Yes. Well, regardless, as a paladin, yeah, you have some knowledge of the Morning Lord, but with a nat 20, you know exactly who the Morning Lord is, and you know of the quote unquote light bringer within the kind of church, the Temple of the Morning Lord, Temple of Light. There is somebody who's known as the light bringer.
Yeah, I actually know all about it. I was raised in a church, so
Which god?
my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually don't know.
I don't think you picked it yet because we just did this.
Well,
Sorry.
It says name of God.
I
Fill
know
in
I'm
blank here
taking.
later,
I
Brittany.
know I'm
Insert
taking
God here.
the oath. Oh fuck. Oh, the oath of conquest.
I don't know. I don't remember who has that oath.
I don't either.
Let me
I was literally reading it today.
You can use any god for any of the oaths. I think it's the same thing with clerics. You can use any god for your thing, but there are certain gods that fit better.
Yeah, there's certain gods that fit that oath better, so we'll just have to figure out which one we want to use.
Fucking figures.
Do you have anything specific, since you didn't build your character till 5 minutes before we started? Do you have a like specific type of god you want, Cave?
Do what?
Do you have like a specific like god you want to follow your oath through?
Sorry.
You
Repeat
can
that one
serve
more
the
time.
Morning Lord.
No.
You're not repeating it one more time?
We need to pick. We can pick a god later if you would like.
Yeah, I have to look at it again.
I'm not gonna pick one.
That's fine. You don't serve the Morning Lord.
Yes, that's
No.
I think Nessa has a moment of pause of like realizing that people worship other gods. The Morning Lord exists.
Are you all right?
Just never met someone that serves a different god.
You've never left your temple, have you?
My temple. It's just everyone I know and everyone I talk to and everyone that I've ever spent time with serves the Morning Lord.
So I'm
Serves
guessing
no
you've
god at all.
never left your little circle of people then.
Once didn't turn out very well, so I haven't left.
I see. Yes, you will find many people who do not align with your beliefs, and many people who believe the opposite of what you believe.
I have a question.
for me.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up?
Who's the god of war in this world?
The god of war.
There are a lot of gods of war.
I'm just glad you didn't say ball, because that would have.
I know, I was like
I was
halfway
waiting for
expecting
you to
it.
say ball.
That'd be so funny though at the same time.
Bane is the god of tyranny. That's probably the closest one I would say.
Okay.
We have Tempest. Tempest is literally the god of war.
Okay, that's my god. That's the one I swear my oath to. Tempest.
Yay.
Cool.
And you will also have people who probably want to kill you for what you believe.
I don't want to kill anyone for their beliefs. Why would somebody want to kill me for mine?
Oh, I don't know, but there are people who believe in killing others.
Well, if it's for the good of all, then yeah.
It's not for the good, it's for their God and their God alone.
I mean, they're not a good god?
No.
Well, how do you know that?
Well, I've done a lot of studying over the years. I am 79. I've
Don't
studied
look
about
a
my
day
whole
over
life.
you look a day over 20.
Oh, thank you. I do take care of my skin. But I am also an elf. Have you never met an elf before?
Oh, I've met an elf.
You just might not have known how old they were. I'm actually very young for my kind.
Chapo, how old are you?
Shit.
Haha.
Asking all the really
Right.
deep questions today.
You might need to like look up the average age of
It's
those.
No,
the
they
lifespan.
live
The
up
average
to
lifespan
70.
65 is the average.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my thing said 7, but that's fine. So I am. Full adulthood is one. I am. I can go with Riley's favorite age.
12. How old are you?
Fuck you, bitch! Fuck you!
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That was great. No, let's just go with like 20. I need experience. 20. Life's halfway.
You guys look like you're the same age then.
Huh? Oh,
She looks
yeah.
20. You are 20.
How old are
I probably
you?
look like I'm.
How old do you think I am?
Oh, I don't know. You act pretty young.
Fair.
I'm not good at guessing.
26.
Wait.
26. Oh, you're a lot older than I thought you were, actually.
Give that impression to people.
I'm
We're
sure
gonna
you do.
we're gonna shift over to